Now, when buying property, I've come to realize that it could go both ways. You could buy property in, let's say, real estate that is managed by Octopie. Octopie manages service estates, meaning that the global title belongs to Octopie, and then they transfer title to you once you buy property. Now, the major issue when buying property is that property being a specific type of asset that everybody buys for, you have to be very, very careful when purchasing property. With Octopad, you know who exactly owns the property. You know who the major title owner is. And because Octopad does its best to keep records of how the property has been passed from one person to the other, when you're making your research on that particular property, they are in a position to provide you the information that you need. Now go to regular landed property that you would buy anywhere else that is not necessarily a service estate. You have to do your due diligence to check who actually owns the property. Because people don't really understand that in law, unless you have proper ownership of the property, that is the only time that you can transfer title in that property. So if you buy property for someone who doesn't necessarily own the property, it means that the transaction is invalid. It's invalid, pretty much. So you have to check who owns the property. Is the person you're buying from actually the owner of the property? And what title belongs to that property? And most importantly, when you buy the property, it is very, 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 very imperative that you register the property in your name, because any rights, any form of entitlement that you could have in that property is only deemed recognizable by the government once it has been registered. Unregistered, and you might as well have just bought a pile of dirt or nothing at all. Mhm. I am Anna Genau Koyamo, and I am the legal officer for Autofy Holdings Limited.